What up, y'all? Back again. Today I wanted to go over why the narcissist keeps their new supply a secret. You know they're seeing somebody. Y'all have split up. You haven't seen any photos. You haven't seen anything out there or them even with this individual. So it's not going to be what you think either. I don't believe. Let's think back. So where y'all broke up, chances are you were catching on to the narcissist. See, when you start to catch on to the narcissist, two different things happen. One of two different things will happen. Either the narcissist will discard you early because they want you to fully catch on. And that's when they give you time to, I call it time to go back to sleep, to forget, and to give them another chance down the road. They know that if you fully wake up to who they are, then you're probably damaged their supply, you being their supply forever. And so they would rather chance breaking up with you right away, discarding you, and then coming back later and hoping that you have fallen back asleep or that they can convince you to go back asleep. But the other situation is that, you know, you're waking up and you're starting to see what's going on and you discard them early. And so what happens is they are kind of forced to get with a new supply, but they could have discarded you even, but they did it early because they didn't want you to wake up. And so it's almost like they're discarding themselves early, even unbeknownst to them, because they have to go run around and get somebody now. And we're talking about primary. They may have secondaries, plenty of secondaries, but it's the primary that they need. And the primary holds the whole ship together, or at least kind of keeps them at bay. Even if they have a crappy primary, it'll keep them at bay. So they have to go for anything. And a lot of times the narcissists, they don't come across grade A supply all the time, primary supply. So they don't get that quality. A lot of times they find people that are half-ass individuals, and so they have to be around. That's why we always, you know, a lot of us say that, you know, they were lucky when they got you, because typically what they get is a lot of individuals that are not good people. Okay. They're either people just like that, think just like them, because, you know, like the narcissist, truly, they may not look like it, but they're kind of like a man or a woman of the dark, of the night, of the streets, because that's the way they act. And so when you act that way, when you're around all different types of men, or if it's a man narcissist all around with all different types of women, like that's a man or a woman of the streets. It's like a prostitute. And then you have the pathological lying, cheating, stealing, and trying to get over on people. That is a person of the streets. That's not a person highly looked after. You did, though. You looked at them at a higher view, and that's why they disrespect you over time, is because they're nothing like you, and they know that. And so they can only fake being at the level that you are, and that doesn't last very long, okay? And we can see through that over a period of time. And so they jump to a supply, and you know, typically their harem is going to be a bunch of trash, really. If it's a woman, then her harem is going to be probably a bunch of men that are nothing like you. They're nothing like you. In fact, they pinch themselves when they get someone like you, because they're, like I said, they're dealing with trash, or somebody that acts just like they do. Another narcissist, you know, or other narcissists. The people that they have to hang out with because of the way they live, and their self-esteem is so damn low, and the way they treat people. Most people don't put up with that of quality. Okay, so they end up dealing with people that have a bunch of, you know, you may have some issues, but these individuals have a bunch of issues, okay? And they're never going to tell you that. And that's where they're really playing you too. You think your man that you were dating, the narcissist man, or for you guys out there, your girl that was the narcissist woman is out there with like Mr. Beautiful. They're not. And that's why they're hiding them. They're hiding them because it's not like they come across that kind of quality in looks or in stature of their quality of character. And you know the narcissist can't handle too much anyway, so if they get like somebody who doesn't have good character and they throw it right back at them, that ain't gonna last long. A lot of times they're just with somebody that's a moving body. You know, all they could do, only thing two narcissists can do is, if they're fueled up, they can destroy other people and get negative supply off of that, or sex, or spending money. You know, a lot of times the woman narcissist wants to be with a male narcissist that has, and usually male narcissists will spend money on them, their last dime even, because, you know, they're always trying to prove something to each other. But the female narcissist is cheap as hell. You'll spend I got her like a $1,500 bracelet. She gave me one for that was probably cost $3. It's terrible, man, the way these people act. They're going to be hiding that supply because they're such a low standard that that's all they can get. And if you were able to follow them around and really see the other side of their life, then you would see, this is sad, but a lot of times you don't even go to their house. You know, they won't even let you in their house a lot of times. Like, they're ashamed, but they won't say that. What they'll say is they'll have some stupid scenarios or whatever. But really what it is if you were to see in their house, and you know, and when you do get to see behind those closed doors, their house is trashed, man. They have no order. Okay? Most of them have no order. They're very messy. They're like a little 4-year-old that's trying to keep things in order. You know, they just shove stuff in drawers and things like that instead of folding them neatly. And, you know, their whole life is kind of like Arrested Development. And so this is what they're doing. If you were to able to see, you know, like I said, for those of you that haven't seen behind, you know, or inside their home that they live in, their home is not immaculate. It's a lot of times it is filthy, okay, or it's very messy, and you know they would be ashamed for you to see that. See, for them to have this facade up, they're putting forth this betrayal, they're putting forth this painted picture of what they want you to think they are. They want you to think that they're a hero, that they save people, that they help out the poor, that, you know, they don't lie, they don't cheat, when they're doing all of those things. They only help out the poor if it's being recorded and they can take pictures and put it on social media, or it ends up on something where they're going to get praised for it. They don't feel it in their heart. They're only doing things for supply. They're a sham. They're a fake all the way around it and all the way through and through. And so if you were to see also the people that they date when they're not with you, you would get all your power back in one moment of time, because you'd be like, oh shoot, man, this is what they've been dealing with. You think they're out there bouncing around with like real primo men or real primo women, and they're not. They're out with the trash stuff that you wouldn't waste your time with. Okay? And so you just want to get away from the narcissist. They're trash, and they choose to be trash. And it's not like I'm trying to make them sound bad. They're just bad. They're evil individuals. They have no heart, and unless there is any kind of hope for them, they're hellbound, period. But that's what they do. They will hide their supply, because their new primary supply is maybe more of a piece of shit than they are. And they're scrubs. They're all scrubs, man. And so is the narcissist. The narcissist is a scrub. Sometimes they have a somewhat of a pristine attire and a pristine outward appearance, but that is where everything ends. There's nothing inside of them but demons, There's no personality in there. All their traits are traits that they stole off other individuals, and they can only make those traits look good when they're stealing fuel from you or somebody else that's innocent. And they're completely, setting you up for failure. They you know what they are? First of all, they're snitches, okay? Everybody says, snitches get stitches, or snitches suck, or whatever. Or like, they're always like tattletaling and things. That's a snitch, man. But you call them tattletalers because they're only 4 years old, in adult bodies. But this is the deal, man. They will turn a little thing into a big old mess. They're snitches, man, and you can't even trust them in any situation. They will throw you right under the bus, and they won't think twice about it. They'll actually back the bus up and run you over again, and smile about it. Okay, but these things come back to haunt them, because then everybody sees this shit and they know they can't be trusted, and they're pieces of shit. So that's one thing. And then they're all they do is they're thieves. They thieve everything from your sins. They flip and project their sin soul energy on you if you'll accept it, and they'll take your good soul energy. They'll steal it, unbeknownst to you, not even knowing what's going on. They'll steal your traits. They'll act out your personality when you're not even around. They'll act just like you. They won't do it in front of you, but they'll do it when you're not around. They'll mimic you completely, whether it's the opposite sex. I'm saying it's even going to be the opposite sex. They're going to still act like you. And I think that's why, a lot of times you'll find a masculine female narcissist, because they're imitating and they're copying the traits of their male counterpart. Boom. You never heard that one before. That one's fresh, y'all. So take that to the bank. But anyway, that's why they hide their primary source of supply, because they're shitty. And if you were to realize that, then you would walk away quicker, realizing that, they never were what, they built this framework, and they painted this picture of who they wanted you to believe they were. When in fact, if they had looks, that's where it ends. That's where everything ends. There's nothing else. And the looks will disappear, man, at some point in time. And when the looks disappear, then you'll have absolutely nothing. So, anyway, give me a like and a subscription, a thumbs up if you're out there and you like this material. And I'll talk to y'all later. I hope that helps somebody. Peace. We out.